Okay, I want to make this video real quick because I'm about to cut my hair, and I can't really see a time when I'm going to be able to say the same thing in the same light and be concentrated on what I'm saying, if you know what I mean, because I've got competition coming up and then I'm gonna have to focus on nationals, etc. Right now I'm trying to absorb a lot, and I have been for the last, God, a couple months. I'm starting to see, powerlifting career seems very optional. Not in terms of I can do it or I cannot do it. I mean, as in it's an option to go forward. So I'm really making quite a big mindset shift to get myself in the right place. I'm discovering how to do that whilst also training, whilst also doing school, whilst also handling a social life. So I apologize, if I'm dumping all these things, seems like potentially overwhelming at all. But just so you guys know, that's why I'm not doing YouTube, because this feels like something I should be outputting at a very sort of high quality, high level, aesthetic, very easy to watch, good hooks kind of thing. I don't know. Now that I'm saying this, I kind of realize I'm a bit of a perfectionist. But yeah, basically, in essence, what I'm saying is I'm not stopping YouTube, but sort of the quality of my videos, or I suppose the way I do my videos, not necessarily the quality, because the quality I feel like will still be there in me, talking to the camera, showing what I'm doing, vlogging and everything like that. But it just won't be in the same aesthetic style. It'll be in more of a quiet kind of, just get it done, locked in, that kind of thing from now on. So I want you guys to know, I'm not making any, I mean, on Insta, I'll do it easily because, that's 10, 15 minutes just per reel, or even 5, it's not even that much. But, YouTube, I just don't have the mental and time capacity, to, do that edit and stuff like that. I don't necessarily think it's a time thing. I think it's more so a mental capacity that I'm struggling to, sort of find to do the editing and stuff like that. So I'm gonna make it very raw, documented, and try and keep it as simple, basic, quiet, locked in as I possibly can. Because number one, that makes it much easier for me to edit, and number two, it looks a lot more like what life is like, trying to do what I'm doing right now. So yeah, it's going to be more of a documentary of how I'm doing shit, updates, how things are going. And I just want you guys to sort of know that I know if I put it on my Insta, not everyone's going to see it who looks at this channel. So I was literally just addressing straight to the audience, bro, I'm taking a step. And I know I haven't uploaded much. I know I say, oh, I'm taking a step back as if some big ass YouTuber, but I always did talk about doing stuff on YouTube and uploading, doing that Q&A, for example. That's perfect example. Just mentally never quite got there. I edit a couple of times. I try to be perfectionist about it, try and make it as best I can, efficient answers, and get it to as much people as I can and still give a good quality answer, if you know what I mean, in terms of engagement versus quality of content. You kind of got to weigh them up. But I just never got it done. I never got it done. And then it got months later and I was like, what am I doing? I mean, obviously, everything's going great, but when it comes to this Q&A, what the hell am I doing? Because it's been so long since I filmed it, and it's been so long since I put it on my story that, I'm not even getting it done. And slowly I've started to realize that, yeah, I just need to take that step back and not expect to be so perfectionist. So what you guys can expect to see from now on is some more relaxed, sort of quiet, maybe a bit more realistic and less flashy, less, this, that going on, this, that going on, this, that going on, like some of my previous videos have been. And yeah, I hope to keep it quite chill, quite authentic, and more sort of a documentary of how I'm doing shit. So yeah, I hope that helps. And I hope you guys stick around and tune in. But don't worry, maybe in the next year or two, I might learn how to do this a little bit better as I go and, start putting out good quality content. Yeah. See you guys in the next one.